Isaac, just what you can say about, looking at this season and kind of, the interesting part of the season for the Big Ten that you guys went a week early into the tournament, just what you can say about that, looking back to that, if that was helpful to you, if kind of created maybe some more adversity.
I think it helped a lot, but at the same time, it also kind of made us rusty. Obviously, it's a little bit awkward to kind of come out after 2 weeks of not playing after you've just been in season for so long, just going back to back to back. But at the same time, it rested our minds and bodies, and it was great. So I enjoyed it.
What did you take away from the challenges of the Big Ten tournament as a whole?
I think that everything's good. Everybody's fighting for a postseason, berth, and now that we're in the postseason, everybody's just fighting to go out on top. We understood that it was going to be a tough game, and that Cal State Fullerton was going to come out as hard as they could, and we just wanted to hit first.
Looking at Madison Square Garden before we get into this tournament, just what you could say about that. I mean, the mecca of college basketball, of basketball in general. Obviously, the Knicks are there. Just what you could say about what MSG meant to you and what it's like for a guy like yourself to be in that type of arena.
I didn't really think about it the second time I was there, but my first time I was there when we played Arizona State junior year, I think, that was the first time it really hit me. But, it is pretty cool, when you go up there, you're playing your tournament there in front of all those people, and that was really, really, fun, and it's kind of cool. You just get all the exposure, and you get to play for some of the best players I've ever played, It's just interesting.
As the second seed, you're able to get this victory without too much of an issue against 15-seeded CSU Fullerton, but 13-seed won in day one of the round of 64 and 11-seed won. Just what you can say about the field itself, the field of 68, and just what this tournament has become, knowing that it doesn't really matter where you're seated. They call them upsets, but teams win every single year that are ranked a little bit lower.
I don't think there's such thing as an upset. I think every team earned their way there, and every team's a great team. Obviously, they're good enough to be here, and if they're good enough to be here, they're as good as, Villanova or Virginia in my eyes, and that's why I try to play as hard as I possibly can. I understand that, this may be my last time on the court.
Purdue has had the wrong side of, the win-loss in an NCAA tournament, and there's been some good feelings in the past as well. Just what you can say about this year, this team, what makes it special, and what makes you feel that you could be primed to make a run in this?
I think that everybody shares the ball, everybody gets a piece of the pie, and everybody just, enjoys it. They play for each other, and that's just what makes it fun.
What is it about this family, specifically, maybe a guy or two that you've learned something from or taken something away from? Just what you can say about maybe some mentorship that has been given to you or you given to somebody else? I
think I've done a pretty good job mentoring Matt. I'm not talking to the refs and not fouling so much, but I think also there's been some cross mentoring as well in his aspect of just keeping me in focus on what I need to do on the post, and then you have these guys just keeping me calm, understanding that everything's happening for a reason, and it's all kind of just one big blur, honestly, how everybody just talks to each other and everybody just keeps each other in line and our heads right, and this is a great team and probably one of the best teams I've ever played on.
Despite not winning the Big Ten tournament, just what you can say about this season, things just seem to line up. You guys had respect nationally. You were able to get a number 2 seed. Just what you saw from this. So is it something that you saw in the beginning? Did you see this September, October, or did it kind of just build over time that the pieces were falling into place? And then secondly, just what those pieces have been.
I knew that we were going to be a good team. I thought that it was a loss, obviously losing Biggie, but then we adapted very well in Taipei. Everybody grew into their role. Everybody played well, and I think we did a really good job of just kind of accepting what each other are doing and playing around each other. And once we did that, the pieces fell for us, and we kind of saw what we were doing and wanted to keep it going.
What does it mean to be a Boilermaker, in your opinion, now that you've had this experience and, like you said, you've been able to be a mentor and come up through the program? What does it mean to you?
Just being tough, hard-nosed, but also a family guy, understanding that we're blue-collar people. We don't come in and just assume roles. We come in and we just work hard, and we commit ourselves to the daily process of being better. And when we do things like that, that puts us in a great position to be successful, and that's where we are today.
And lastly, for me, like you said, there was that gasp in the arena with your elbow and everything. Just what you can say about playing through it. I mean, obviously this is right after the game, but just guys all throughout the country say, no matter how I fall or what happens, if my leg breaks, put it back into place. You know what I mean? Like at this point in March, you don't want to not be out there.
Right, yeah. I mean, I'll be fine, honestly. It hurt pretty bad. It's going to be swollen, but, it's like you said, it's just a matter of just getting back out there and playing. Your team needs you, and, I'm going to be there for my team when they need me.